Greetings, grand risings, blessings, awakenings, knowings, doings, action, reactions. I woke up this morning with a lot of words in my head, and I knew that the longer I took to get this video done is the less I would have left in my head from awakening this morning. So it got into the news, the usual news, but I got a message from a dear, dear, dear close friend of mine whose uncle just had a stroke. She didn't tell me it was from the jab, but I already know that the whole of her family took the jab. She feels like the lone wolf, the only one. She left her tears on her tracks in her message. 75-year-old, strong businessman, present. And so the tracks, the tears on the tracks left this. This is just the beginning. We think, or we have thought, that it's all about free will to allow people to do what they want to do. But until you are ready to lie down in front of the car that's going for the vaccine, as crazy as that sounds, you have not done enough. Sorry, but true. And that was the theme of my broadcast this morning. Have we done enough? Have we really stood up, or have we allowed them to say, I don't want to watch that video. I don't believe in your YouTube conspiracies. I don't want to know you're crazy, you are X, Y, and Z. You already know the words, because every single one of you who would watch this already know this. So, have I done enough? There's only me, so have I done enough? No. No, I'm so used to being rejected and not heard that I protect my own self by, what's the point? They're gonna do it anyway. But was that enough? You know where I'm going with this. If this is your own test, and your test was, what would you do to save the ones you loved? And you stood there and did nothing, that was not a part of what you thought you would accomplish. In your other state of all-knowing, you said, oh yeah, how could I not? Well, in your diminished state, in your third dimension reality, in your human state of duality, you didn't. You chose to stay safe with your ego. So when each and every one of you can say, I did everything possible, including cut the gas lines on the car, or whatever it took, it's easy to say. See that one whelped up in my throat. It's easy to say, it's free will. They did what they were going to do anyway. It's God's will. You are Jah creators. You are God's will. Your uncle, your people, your sisters, your brothers are your actors in your movie. You don't know if they have a movie. I know I have a movie. I expect anyone who knows that they have a movie to play the movie right. So don't expect them to be the directors in their movie. You have to be the director in their movie. Sorry, but true. Sorry to inform you, but truth is the revealer. A lot of people I know took one or two jabs in the early days. And I know that they're so close to me that I'm not here to witness death and destruction for my personal self. I'm here to witness transformation of the human spirit into the infinite spirit. The takeover, the take back. Take back at any point, not losing yourself in the ordeal. I choose to be at the highest. I choose to stay being myself. I choose not to allow others to tell me what their moral values is for me. I choose sovereignty. I found out that the all contracts of the slave ship which operates this whole reality had to be counteracted, counterspelled, diminished from within me. And unfortunately for me, it's within everyone else that projects on me. It's a movie. A serious movie. Consequences to the heart movie. How are we gonna feel when our loved ones stop dropping dead around us just because we weren't willing to cut the gas line in the car? Am I giving you ideas? If it takes sugar in the gas tank, do it. If it takes anything it can happen, do it. Short of being a criminal where they can put you in jail and tell you that you're not functioning properly. The truth. And that's all I really want to say today. How can you sit there and watch the children die? They're coming for the 5 to 11-year-olds. They already took the preborns. Thousands and thousands of stillborns, I'm reading, causing devastations on these mothers, their hearts and their souls, being able to be put into a lower frequency of despair to be harvested by the ones who played God with us. And you know, I just want you to understand this. My son sent me an Illuminati thing back in 2017, I believe. It was an insider. And I started reading through it. And they confessed that they're way spiritual. They have spiritual leadership. They know about spirituality. They wrote the script on New Age spirituality. But they wrote it in a way where you're sheep and they're wolves. So they've taken the wolf aspect of the spiritual knowingness and they've handed you the sheep aspect. Think about it. They wrote the scripts. I'm not here to convince you how and why and whatever. I know. You know, a game you all can play if you're smart enough is this. If I was the devil, how could I play against the good? And then you'll start to understand what they're up to. Take that stance. But if you're afraid to think like that, you're already lost. How can you play a game that you decided that you can't think? You broadcasting your love is being taken for good and bad. You are giving permission to continue. We have the ability. I'm doing it right now with truth, with understanding, with connection, to broadcast all ill thoughts out of anyone. But the first step is the people who have already started to take the step, who are looking for the validations away from the deceivers, to realize themselves that they are the all power that they seeked in another. Blessings be to all who see. I say again, if you're not warning the people at any cost, you ain't done everything you can. That's what we're here to do. Blessings.